Hi, and welcome back. In this tutorial, we're gonna animate uh, something. Now, I, in the previous video, I talked about the sphere. We kind of divided this into different pieces, and we wanted to animate this. Um, I thought this would become a little bit too simple. So what I have done is I'm going to change the direction of this. Of this tutorial, and rather than animating the ball, we're going to animate a dragon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and these pieces of this broken wall, making sure that I don't select anything else, and I'm going to create a new layer, put them in a new layer and hide them, just in case if you want to go back to them later on. I doubt I need to, but they're hidden now, and the layer is hidden as well. Make sure you click back on the default so that the new assets that you create, they are not hidden. And if I go to my camera mode, you can see that this keyboard is a little bit off. Probably a bit too thick. Oops. Okay, don't need rigid bodies. Convert that to editor poly. Smooth that there. Move that here. It's just touching on some of the assets that we have here. What I did also realize was that I forgot to create a box to present this wall so that we could receive shadows on this wall as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a box that goes from there to here, really, and up. What I will also do is, don't need rigid bodies, make sure that kind of expands beyond that as well. And I could also create a cylinder, so just in case if something goes on that bottle we have there, we could have the reflections of that as well. And I need to make sure that these two new assets have the same texture. So if I go to my slate material editor, I have my matte shadow reflection here, so I'm going to put that on them. I'm going to save the file, and I have already downloaded a dragon. I've downloaded this model from TF3DM, and I've extracted the files as well, because when you download it, it comes as a zip file. You don't want it to be a zip file. Theos Max cannot go into the zip files and extract the models from them. So I'm going to go to File, Import, and I need to go to Import because my model is an OBJ. If yours is a 3DS, then you don't need to import it. You can just open it or merge it even. OBJ, open up, import, and I have the dragon here. A bit too big. We're gonna have some sort of a mini dragon, if you like. Put that there. Rotate it back this way. Okay. Might have it around there. Okay, that's good. Now the next stage is to animate the dragon. Now I don't want to talk about bones in this tutorial and go kind of create a rig for this dragon to create advanced animation, because this is not what this tutorial is about. Hopefully there will be another tutorial explaining that. I'm going to convert this to a poly. What I want to do is actually isolate this so that it's only this file that we are looking at. What I want to do here is actually, let's make sure that's almost straight. What I want to do is I want to create the animation using the simplest method that I can think of. I'm going to go grab this wing, and probably more, making sure all the important parts are selected, and then I'm going to go to soft selection, and I might go to edge distances and I increase that. If you don't go to edge distances and you just increase your fall off, it will also select the leg, for example, in this case, because it's kind of omitting in a radius, if you like. But if you say edge distances, then it will only go for, up the edges that you have selected. So in this case, I want something like this. So I know that these areas are pretty much covered 100%. But as we go towards the wing, towards the body, it's less effective. Now it's very important to make sure that you don't turn your selection off. While the selection is on and active, you want to go to the modifier panel and put a bend modifier. This will make sure that bend only affects this wing and not anything else. And now you want to expand bend, go to gizmo, and make sure that the center is at the start of the wing. So that's where it starts bending from. And now if I was to change the angle, well, that's the wrong axis. Why? That is the correct axis, but it's the wrong direction. So if I was to set the direction to 90, then I could have this motion. What I could even do is try having the axis in this angle, so that mess it all up. See, 90 would be going exactly up and down, which I think is fine in this case. If I was to reduce the amount, probably too much. Yeah, I think 90 was probably better. Keeping it simple. So 90 for this. So I'm gonna name this, right click, rename, left wing. Now when you name your sides, it's not about your left and right, it's about the left and right of the character. In this case, this wing is the left side of the character. And on top of this, you want to put another edit poly, or mesh select, even, it doesn't matter. Let's go with mesh select. Now I want to do the exact same thing for the other side. Select the vertices, which are important, probably all the way up to here. Soft selection, and edge distances around 8 or 9. Gonna go up, making sure that we don't select too much. And then while that is selected, we put a bend modifier on top, and making sure the center is at this corner here. Bend axis Y, direction 90, and that's fine. That's working fine. Great. What I have now, actually, just rename this to right wing, and making sure that the angles on both of these are at 0. Great. So now we could animate that in a way that we could get the character to move, or to have its wings bending. giving the impression as if it would be going up and down. Now I haven't changed anything in terms of lighting. The lighting that we have is the same as before. I'll just show you. If I exit isolation, you can see that we still have the same old light setup. I haven't changed anything in that case. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna stop the tutorial here. In the next tutorial, we're gonna animate this this dragon. So when my fingers click, then the dragon comes up and starts maybe we could even come and sit over here or something, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.